infrastructures like this puts you not only in the world map, the confidence in the young people to dream something, to do big.
Yeah, and we have it in our country today. How do we get more of our professors to collaborate to build deep tech startups in India?
We are very young in nation, ventured into this in the last maybe about 10 years. Our maybe in another 10 years we'll make a real impact in all this. I am very confident because we may not have money, we may not have funding, but we have the brain power, the young people will make that. Education will have a meaning when students are very confident of doing things themselves. The temple, Ram temple, is sitting on a strong foundation of 14-meter deep rock-like mass created below. So that's why I said we're very confident that it can withstand any large earthquakes.
Yeah.
We all should be proud of being a Bharatiya. Bharat should resonate in every young person of the nation.
Professor Sitharam, it's a matter of pride that India has launched Chenab Bridge, because you are the geotechnical consultant for Chenab Bridge. It's the largest structure now. We saw this, but what does it take to build this kind of innovation?
This is about geotechnical engineering. The challenge in this bridge is going to that remote location and on a weak, youngest rocks of the world, because Himalayas is the youngest mountains in the world.
Yeah.
And a highly fractured, fissured rock material. उसके ऊपर आपको bridge बनाना है. This is the mind-boggling thing.
Yeah.
So what makes you very humble is, geotechnically, we do not know much about the ground. We do not know anything about the ground. Below is hidden.
Yeah.
The entire project, what you are witnessing, the bridge, is the superstructure. Remember that. A lot of work has happened below that.
Yeah.
In the ground. वो buried hai. That's the beauty of this bridge. What is buried below that bridge? Foundations mein. And then grouting ने किया to strengthen the entire abutments. Rock bolts, rock anchors, shotcretes to cover up the entire thing. All of that is not an easy design. There is no set design. For a steel bridge, there is a set equations, set softwares are there, you can design. But geotechnical engineering is not like that. Geotechnical engineering involves a lot of uncertainties. That's why I say this is doctoring the ground. Doctor's job कितना मुश्किल है.
Yes.
वही मुश्किल geotechnical को. Another thing is, the person who works with geotechnical engineering, he doesn't know much about the ground properties. कितना टेस्ट किया वो कम है. Because properties vary from point to point.
Yeah.
So it makes you humble. And you have to keep the factor of safety at a larger space so that the design building, a design structure which is going to sit on that will be unique and strong, takes the loads, doesn't deform. This is the big challenge. I think it's amazing work they have done. It is not done by me alone. It is done by several thousands of engineers. So we need to first thank the railways. Indian Railways has said that this is the place we are going to build the bridge. Northern Railway, Konkan Railway. Then important part of that is the contractor, the Afghans Infrastructure Limited. Going there, keeping their home as that, somebody staying there forever. Almost it was taken 22, 23 years. It's a mind-boggling work. So it's more than the bridge, you see, construction, difficulties, what we faced. Is today, it's the crown jewel of our nation. Why? Because it connects Jammu and Kashmir to us.
Yeah.
That's mind-boggling. This is the critical bridge in that USBRL project. Why? Because this is the highest bridge. There are many bridges, many tunnels. Okay, many problems we have faced everywhere. It is not just this one. But this one has become very important and it's a proud point for all of us, because this is the critical bridge which connects Jammu and Kashmir, and now Srinagar side Jammu को 3 घंटे में आप आ सकते हैं. So look at the connectivity brings what? Development, opportunities. This is a mind-boggling constructed activity, completely done indigenously. Okay, completely done indigenously within that location. Going there, reaching there, taking all the component parts, and completely very safe and safe bridge has to be built. This is the challenge between Indian engineers. We now engineers have done that. That clearly shows that we are capable of doing anything.
What would you like to say about the engineering capability when it comes to our infrastructure building that we are displaying now?
Yeah, it's mind-boggling. What developments are happening in the nation is mind-boggling. In the last 20 years, such a phenomenal growth has happened. It is not just becoming a fourth largest economy. Please understand, it is all with the infrastructure what we have built. Whether it is airports, we have built airports of the world standard, and we are using technologies of the world standard like digital public infrastructure.
Yeah.
Okay, which is the proud moment for all the young people who are associated. Who made this possible? The young people of India. And we have a lot of scope to do that. Why? Because we have a largest, youngest population in the world. They are talented. They also first generation learners. Please understand this. They are first generation engineers, okay, in their family. And they are a lot of hopes. They are hungry to learn. There is a hungry to do something also.
Yeah.
This is a mind-boggling change what India has seen. It is not just about the infrastructure what we have created, whether it is ports, airports, roads,
Yeah.
highways, a lot of changes. Okay, whether it is nuclear power, defense technologies, our space technology, I don't need to even say.
Yeah.
But everybody is really. So that means we are pushing our boundaries as a civilization which was in the past, led the whole world. Okay, where Takshashila, universities like that had such a influence on the whole world. And again, the time has come. This is a golden moment. This is Amrit Kal. I am saying that, this is amazing work is going on in India. Amazing talent is there. But have we completed? No. We have begun. That means there is a lot thing to be done.
Yeah.
But what makes us confident that we will do it? These kind of projects. This is not one such of a project. Many such projects. Whether Mumbai mein हमने bridges बनाया, okay, whether it is roads, airports, we have built largest airports. So I think the young generation now can see. When we were students, we never had any project to see. Okay, now we are confident as a nation, and we can build things which has never been built before, and we can do things which has never been done before. It's not over yet. There are a lot of things, but infrastructures like this puts you not only in the world map, the confidence in the young people to dream something, to do big.
Yeah, and we have it in our country today. Professor Sitharam, do you believe that we invest enough in R&D and we celebrate our engineers? Do we put them in the same regard as we have done for management?
I will put this problem in a different way. Anything we have, we want to have more R&D investment. I mean, we wanted to have 6%, definitely. But see, I think what has happened in the last 15, 20 years, if you see the growth of investment in research and development, whether it is NRF, Anusandhan National Research Foundation, or the projects, many projects of scholarships, whether it is Prime Minister's Special Scholarship Scheme for Jammu and Kashmir students, we have actually increased almost 2.5 times the investment in the last 6 to 8 years in the research and innovation. Definitely, if you ask me a question whether it is enough, may not be enough. Right now, it is not enough, but it is definitely better than when I was a student. Okay, there are plenty of opportunities today, plenty of things to do. There is money, I'll tell you, is required.
Yes.
But at the same time, we need to build dreams in the young people to do something. When I keep telling this example to many students at IISc, when I was a professor at IISc, I used to see my teacher. He didn't have any of the state-of-the-art equipment when I was studying, but he used to publish in the top-notch journals. See, I asked him, how did you do this? Because you are with the primitive experiments, but your सोच अलग होना चाहिए.
Yeah.
वो दिमाग से सोच के आपका नया आइडियाज को इनोवेटिव तरफ से दिखाना तो बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं एज ए नेशन, because we have the force, the young people, talented people, hungry people to do something. I think that is the strength of our nation. Definitely, if we add money and put most of the research infrastructure, we will be the top of the world. We are already showing that it's happening. So we need to put more money. I definitely research and innovation में हमको ज़्यादा पैसा डालना जरूरी है, because that will bring as a nation to a product development nation. We need to develop products.
Yeah.
हमारा product सभी जगह में जाना है. So that has to happen. We need to innovate. Our innovation circle has to be expanded to develop products. And every student should become an entrepreneur rather than a job seeker. He should be a job giver.
Yeah.
So that is only possible when he takes his idea to the next level of technologies, processes, products. And then only I think we can call ourselves, okay? And for that, we should provide enough money. Definitely, what is being provided today is small, but this has to increase many, many folds.
Yes.
And everybody has to contribute.
Yes.
Industries have to contribute it. Individuals have to contribute it. Definitely government, state government, central government, many avenues are there today.
What do you think needs to be done at a collaborative, like you said, level, so that people choose to become more like you?
See, there is today plenty of opportunities. Don't tell me you didn't become an engineer, you became a journalist because you didn't have opportunities. This has also provided a new opportunities today for you. You are so confident. So how this all happens? This is what we need to create, a dream in the students. It's not just engineering or management or doctors. It is the only profession today. There is plenty of opportunities. What we need to put into the minds of the young people is your ideas, creativity, okay, curiosity. To take whatever idea, whether you're a social science student, humanities student, or engineering student, management, you are a dental, agriculture, everywhere you can innovate.
Yeah.
Your idea and the curiosity you have to convert that idea into a technology is no far away. So it's a multidisciplinary education, thanks to National Education Policy. NEP 2020 emphasizes on multidisciplinary education. They need to learn everything. There is no compartmentalized education like what we had in our time.
Yeah.
Okay, so students have an opportunity to do what they like to do, what they would like to solve. So they need to be enthused to solve the societal problems, find solutions for it through a product. They need to develop a product nation.
Yes.
Unless we do that, I think we cannot become very big. The scale at which these product development should happen is every student, everybody usko sochna hai an idea, how that idea can be converted into a product or a process, and he has to work with many people with many backgrounds. Collaborative learning. Okay, one is anyway NEP has brought self-learning through Swayam Plus, but you have to also do collaborative learning, experience-based learning, hands-on doing things learning. Keep doing things by yourself rather than depending on somebody to come to do the things. Education will have a meaning when students are very confident of doing things themselves. Whatever job it is, whatever skill it is, I am ready to learn, pick up. So skills are very important today.
Professor, but our education system didn't change for the longest time, no?
It didn't, but time has come. It's already now 5 years into NEP. And AICTE has started much earlier, under the earlier leadership. Much earlier, we brought in these concepts of experiential learning. Hands-on, we have created idea labs. We have hands-on experiential creating products and entrepreneurship. 2017, we started a Smart India Hackathon. Today, it has grown into almost 300,000 students participating in 2024. This year, we are thinking much bigger. participation for our Smart India Hackathon. It is hackathon word itself was not heard in 20, when I was a student. Forget about 2017. Before that, nobody knew what is an hackathon. So that means a problem is being taken, and how do we solve this? Collectively, collaboratively, taking the concepts of science, and then how it is going to be useful to the society. This is what a big change in the thought process we have to bring into our young people.
We were a country of science. Why did science disappear in the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years from our country?
Science, you see, today, science, engineering, the difference between them is very thin. Okay.
Yeah.
Earlier, science, you ask a question, try to solve it. Okay. And engineering is to do things. But today, the difference between science and engineering is almost faded away. Okay. That means everybody has to think a problem. That is where culture of innovation, curiosity, building products, and then entrepreneurship. That means an individual now today, he will not specialize in only one thing. He is the entire value chain process में training होना चाहिए. उनका marketing भी आना चाहिए. Because once develop the product is no good. He has to think design thinking also, so that he designs his product which is attractive to some people. You see, when you pick up your iPhone, how you feel? Apple ka iPhone, you feel proud to pick up that, isn't it?
Yes.
So some of them, even young people I have seen, they will be showing that, flashing that Apple sign. Like that, we need to develop products. I think we need to encourage our young people to think of, anything is possible for you. It's beyond the boundaries. You have to break the boundaries of your imagination. And that is where I said Imagineering is going to play a major role. And that's where I think we need to focus. And science, we should not feel that we are going back. Definitely, if you look at the growth of the nation, I'm not going to go to our historical times. Okay, I will only talk about last 100 to 150 years. We have done much better than what science we had in 60s, 70s. Our position today in the international arena is one of the best, whether it is in space technology, defense technology, atomic energy technologies. We are at the peak in the top 5 of the countries of the world. So I don't consider ourselves that we are gone behind. We have gone actually very advanced today. We are a country which is recognized by the whole world today. Everybody is looking at the kind of numbers we have, the scalings we have. And we are today in the list of publications. Let's take publications. We are in the top 5 of the world. Patents, we're in the top 6 of the world. Startups, I don't need to even tell you. We are the third largest startup capital of the world. And looking at the engineering graduates, we are number 1. And PhD producers, we are in the top 5. So in every sector, as in education, higher education, we have done well. But calm is not over yet, because we have a large population, large young people. We are only having a gross enrollment ratio of 29% today. Our goal as per national education policy is 50% by 2035. So if you look at the growth of our education from 2001 to 2025, we have grown 18%, okay, in GER in the higher education in 25 years. But we want to grow 22% in 10 years. That's the big challenge for us. That's why I said a lot of work is left. But today we have made a mark in science, technology, and defense, airspace, space technologies, defense technology, atomic energy. I was in HBNI. See, it's more than the energy generation using nuclear power, more than the other uses of the technology. It is the medical isotopes to treat cancer or increase the life of our grains, store for a longer period. These are the technologies which atomic energy is given to us. And these are mind-boggling. It's all done indigenously. Please note also, last 75 years, we had an embargo on space, defense, and atomic energy. That means no country has given even a bolt for us. All done indigenously. Atmanirbharata has been demonstrated by our scientists. Who are these scientists? If you look at it, all of them are not from our top institutions. They are from second and third grade engineering colleges. ISRO में आप देख लिया तो majority of them are AICTE approved college engineers only. So they have demonstrated that they can do. 30% of them are women scientists. Unka contribution is mind-boggling to me. You know, how they have done, what confidence they have.
How do we get more of our professors, more of our scientists, most of our innovators in the mainstream?
Yeah, movement, that is already happening. Whether Ministry of Education, AICTE, and UGC has done phenomenal work in this.
In getting them to be part
getting
of
them to be part of this movement. You know, we have a distinguished professional scheme. Earlier, we have a distinguished professional scheme with Indian National Academy of Engineering. Our teachers, I mean, the best of the best will go to colleges, motivate the young people. It's happening. We have several schemes. If I go on explaining the schemes, what we have developed, even now we are emphasizing more on industry-academia collaboration. We are bringing industry experts as professors of practice. Industry, and our teachers are planning to go. Today we launched industry fellowship for our teachers. So, but have we completed all? No, we have a large amount of work to be done. We are seeing the success of the education, higher education. I think this movement should go further, and we should take this to the next level so that our country will serve engineers, doctors, agricultural scientists, dentists to the whole world. In engineering, we have done that partly. You might see that. See, most of our engineers today are heading the top companies of the whole world. You go to US, all top tech companies are headed by Indians, not just headed. Even the next generation, next level, all Indians only. So what has been achieved is because these people are highly talented.
Do you think we have Ivy League colleges? All our talented people go abroad, right? Abhi, why is US the destination for higher education?
See, I also went as early as 87. Okay, I did my PhD from Waterloo University in Canada, and then did my postdoctoral at University of Texas at Austin. Why people go for opportunities. People have a dream to do something very uniquely. That America provided in 80s, 90s, 2000. This is the time for India. So, do we have such institutions? Yes, they are coming up. They have their own problems as well. But we have to have confidence in them, give them more freedom, autonomy, then I have to go. To think, to create, to even award degrees, to have collaborations, internationalization, everywhere we have to make it open system so that, we will be no less than American universities. There are thinkers. There are institutions in our country as well who can think to this level. There is no shortage. For example, at Guwahati, when I was a director at IIT Guwahati, I myself seen our IIT Guwahati in the short span of 25 years. Okay, it started in 94, if you remember.
Yes.
Until 2010, nobody wanted to even go to Guwahati. You know it and I know it. Okay, that means 2010 to 2022, it became a 37th rank in the QS world ranking in citation per faculty, research mein. That clearly shows that there are capabilities, intrinsic, strengths of our institutions and our people, but only an opportunity, and that's where I put it. National Education Policy 2020 is a phenomenal policy, which is really gives an opportunity to every one of them, and particularly so it is centered around students. Students have innumerable opportunities today to do what they want. They can have 2 degrees now simultaneously, thanks to UGC. Okay, and they can do an engineering program and learn music. Okay, art. This is what a multidisciplinary brings in, and they can even take a break and go on pursue their sports career or something else. So this was not there in our education system. The flexibility was not available
Do you
before.
think Indian Institute of Science, you're a professor there, can become a global IB?
It is a global university. These rankings I do not completely subscribe to. Indian Institute of Science is a global university.
Yes, it is, but
It is
it
a
should come.
fantastic.
It should come as.
I told you, these are all, see, perception problems only is if you look at the quantifiable parameter in ranking, Indian Institute of Science, even today, tops it. Okay, that is in citation per faculty. Okay, you look at the numbers which are quantifiable. So if somebody was asking, Indian Institute of Science is a good institution, and you might not even know. See, when I was growing up in my village, small village,
Where did you grow up?
in Karnataka, I am a recipient. My T is actually a small village called Talaku. That is not my surname. It's my village name. Okay, it is hardly about 3,000 to 3,500 people live there. A model higher primary school is still there. That's where I studied in Kannada medium. So when I was there, I did not know about Indian Institute of Science. Indian Institute of Science existed from 1909. Please remember.
Yes.
That means that time even it is one of the best institutions because there were no IITs also. There were only 5-6 IITs when I was growing up. Today we have 23 IITs.
You wouldn't have gone to US if you knew about Indian Institute of Science?
No, I studied there. I did my master's there. I thought I should do another. I told you, Indian Institute of Science gave me a PhD seat also.
Oh.
I said, I have done my master's from Indian Institute of Science. I will do a PhD from elsewhere. That was my dream. So that's why I said the dream should not be curtailed for a young person. We should be allowed. There is nothing like brain drain. Today, all our successful, Indian diaspora in US are also a strength to us. We can look up. Okay, हमको भी कर सकते हैं ये. Anybody should have a dream.
सर आपको देख के प्रोफेसर लगता है बहुत प्राइड इसलिए फील हो सकता है कि लगता है ऐसे हैं प्रोफेसर्स, ऐसे एक्सपर्टीज है हमारे देश में और बहुत है. तो मेरा मानना है कि हमारे भी तो होने चाहिए वो हार्वर्ड, स्टैनफोर्ड और उस टाइप के जो हैं. आप जैसे लोग हैं तो we can also have that, right? Like
Definitely.
where students don't have to, everyone's aspiration should not in 2025 continue to be US.
Definitely. It will not be US. Take it from me.
Yeah.
Another 20 years, India is going to be the destination for the world.
Yeah.
Whether it is for peace of mind,
yeah,
whether it is yoga, meditation, or even science, engineering, medicine. Today we are already, in medicine. Many doctors, we are already the pharmacy of the world. Only we need to do now deep tech.
Yes.
Okay? And produce out of the box ideas to make our very, very new problems, addressing new problems. Okay? But we are no less. There is already a momentum has come now. That's why I call this as a golden time. अमृत काल है.
और मुझे लगता है चेनाब ब्रिज का जो tallest bridge है वो उस काल को और उस what you are saying, the time has come, it depicts that. Like, why didn't you start up?
I have done actually 3 startups, if you did not know. I have done 3 startups. 2 of them I have to give up when I became a director at IIT Guwahati. I said I will not be the director of those 2 companies. Okay, but one company which I started from scratch in my area of geotechnical engineering, okay, Sarathi Geotechnical Engineering Services Private Limited in Bangalore, Indian Institute of Science allowed me to be part of that development from the day one. Today I am very proud to tell you, in 4 countries their presence is there. They are working in offshore geotechnics area, specialized testing company, okay, for either pile testing, pile integrity testing and all that. And there are more than 150 people are working with 4 offices in 4 different countries.
Wow.
It's a mind-boggling growth, but I have to distance myself from those activities because once I taken up a responsibility of building an institution and a government responsibility, I said, I am done now with you. So there are, anyway, my student only is building that, Dr. Partha Sarathi. Amazing work he is doing for the nation. And I felt, very proud because recently I was with him and I found he was telling me, sir, I have now 150 people working with me in 4 different countries and his turnover is more than 20-25 crores. So that's mind-boggling.
Yes.
Changes when we started was only in 2009, 2007.
Wow.
Okay. So I have done 3 startup companies and I have about 5 to 6 patents. And See, we have done everything. I have textbooks, we have written many books. So I am an author, researcher, innovator, okay, and administrator now, because I was a director of IIT as well as here.
How do we get more of our professors to collaborate to build deep tech startups in India?
We need to do that.
Is there a
So,
policy that you
yeah,
have?
we have a policy already with DST. Many of the supporting, like whether it is quantum mission or with in space and space mission, they're encouraging. And defense is also encouraging many things. And at AICTE also, we are already started talking to our innovators through Ministry's Innovation Council. So a lot of work is happening. But we are very young in nation, ventured into this in the last maybe about 10 years. Our maybe in another 10 years we'll make a real impact in all these. I am very confident, because we may not have money, we may not have funding, but we have the brain power, the young people will make that happen.
Ayodhya project, you were the foundation engineer for that. Talk to us about that.
You see, when Sri Nupendra Mishra ji called, he made actually a committee. When pile foundations, L&T which had planned, failed, there are 6 test piles were done at the site. They failed because there is a condition in the temple that no steel will be utilized. They wanted to build a temple which lasts for 1,000 years. Steel will not last for 1,000 years. Steel will become corrosion. Because of corrosion, steel will become. So when steel should not be used either in the foundation or in the building, how to build the foundation was a question. So they made a constituted committee when pile foundations were ruled out by the L&T itself. That committee deliberated, discussed, and this is the COVID time. We were doing everything online. Okay. Then one time I spoke to Mishraji. I told him, sir, geotechnical engineering is like doctoring the ground. If you're a doctor without seeing a patient, you cannot give a solution. So I have to go to the site. He asked me, Sitharam, you want to go in the peak COVID? This is December 2020. I said, I don't mind, sir, if you organize. No, it is organized. You go. So we were in Ayodhya in December. I looked at it. I discussed with the site engineers and what problems they faced in the pile foundations. They had 6 piles, almost 1.2 meter diameter, 20 meters done, tested also. And all of the drill rigs were standing there to drill. Then I looked at it, came back, thought about it, my understanding of geotechnical engineering. Seeing is believing. I said, open the foundation. We need to see what is below. Because it's a very weak ground, it is not taking the load. That means something is there. So open the foundation, reconstruct the entire ground. So based on my calculation, I suggested about 7.5 to 8 meters you have to open up. And I said, considering the time and the monsoon, because there is a big strict deadlines were there for Ram temple construction. Okay, because 22nd January was already declared as the day of inauguration. So considering that, what I suggested is up to 7.5 meters you open it up. So it was a lot of deliberation because a lot of experts were there. 8-member committee was also there, chaired by Professor Raju. So we had a lot of deliberation, but my suggestion was little different than theirs. I gave a unique solution saying that it has to be opened up. We need to see what is below, and we need to, if at all it can be reconstructed, recompacted, ground improvement has to be adopted, not deep foundations. I said ground improvement we should do and then build the temple, because we are trying to build a temple for 1,000 years. So thanks to the committee, thanks to the construction group, thanks to the leadership who accepted that decision and opened. They even went up to 12 meters entire temple area, and Garbhagriha 14 meter deep, excavated, and the entire thing was constructed using the rolled concrete without any steel. And now today the temple, Ram temple, is sitting on a strong foundation of 14 meter deep rock-like mass created below. So that's why I said we're very confident that it can withstand any large earthquakes, displacements, that is differential displacements will be very minimal. This is a mind-boggling work what has been done. Temple is, see, what you see is above structure.
Yeah.
What is below is always hidden. The role of geotechnical engineering generally is not seen because it is a history. Nobody sees and appreciates it. Nah? It's below the ground, hidden, buried. So, but the work happened, whether in Chenab, whether it is here, both are actually a lot of work and a lot of time is taken in making that. You see, the bridge. Bridge is about 2.5 years only banaya. 2 saal mein banaya bridge ko. Okay, but foundation and slope stability, kitna saal liya humne? 18 saal liya. Similarly, in temple also, the lot of work actually has taken in the construction of the foundation. Baad mein, it is very simple, assembly. I don't want to trivialize structural engineering. But what I'm trying to say is that knowledge, because material we are handling is very known material in structural engineering. Superstructure mein, हमारा पास steel है और stones है, very, very good material. We know about their characteristics, properties. But नीचे हमको कुछ भी पता नहीं है. That ignorance should make a geotechnical engineer humble and design that very optimally. That's what we have done in both the projects.
What you are saying also aligns to कि नींव सशक्त strong होना चाहिए, foundation
has to be strong, sir.
And
that is what nation also needs, a strong foundation.
Yes.
We all should be proud of being a Bharatiya. Bharat should resonate in every young person of the nation.
Sir, I'm going to take this opportunity to quickly ask you about material sciences. Are we focusing enough as a country on material science?
Again, a question, very, very intriguing question. Nothing is enough in this world, ladies and gentlemen. Please understand, anything we do, there is no boundary for it, actually. We keep on doing things. But is it enough? No, I will not accept that is enough.
But have we done anything?
Yes, we have done as a nation. See, as a nation, for example, zinc. Who did invent zinc? Our Rajasthanis. I don't know whether you've gone to the Zawar mines. Okay, very early. So that means what I'm saying, there is a knowledge, enough knowledge in material science in our ancient books as well. Indian knowledge system is very, very rich in the materials. We have made that iron pillar which is standing today. How many years? Not even a corrosion. Yes, we have an excellent material scientist. We have given Bharat Ratna to C.N.R. Rao. Who is he? He is a material scientist. We have done phenomenally well, even nanosciences. But is it over? No. We have to do a lot of things because we are a big nation. We have to be number one.
Yes.
We cannot be satisfying at number 5, number 4, number 6. Number 1 hona chahiye humko. So a lot of work has to be done. But we are doing excellent work. There is a lot of scope also. It requires money. Again, you came back to the funding also. You see, such high-end areas, deep tech areas requires a lot of funding, a lot of support, hand-holding, collaboration.
But don't you think
institutions should work together?
Yeah, material sciences will define tomorrow's which
Definitely.
are the geopolitics
That's why we
to
see
everything.
In semiconductor, for example.
Yeah.
We started fantastic program.
Yeah.
See, at the AICTE, we now started educating young kids with minor degrees in space technologies. Already minor course, 6 courses we have defined jointly with InSpace. Defense technologies, we have created a program already. And atomic energy, we are working with the atomic energy. Already Secretary has agreed to constitute a committee and we have made Professor Mudali as the chairman of that committee, and we are developing the courses. And we have done exceedingly well in emerging technologies. Yeah, we have done a fantastic work actually so far because the large population of engineers are there with the AICTE. So I have declared 2025 as the year of AI. Okay, and we have popularized many teaching. Whether it is, we have taken up task of training our teachers to artificial intelligence.
Oh.
It's called PG certification program in IITs, thanks to our IITs. Amazing, collaboration, cooperation they are giving.
But it will spread beyond IITs to all these tier 2,
NITs. The teachers are from tier 2, 3 only. Okay. They will go to IITs to learn.
Okay.
I've identified faculty who are experts in IITs to offer these programs to them. Okay, that's what we have to do. We have to use our, rather than we cannot send everybody to America and get trained. Okay, we have to prepare ground in our institutions, strengthen our institutions. That's what AICT is trying to do, to develop indigenous strength in these areas of artificial. Just give you one example. See, when I was a director at IIT Guwahati, a philanthropist, Rahul Mehta ji, came to ask me, sir, I want to set up School of Data Science and Artificial Intelligence at IIT Guwahati. We agreed. We supported him and he started a school and I hired new faculty. The department is functioning very well. At that time, I learned about data science and AI and how it's going to change the world. And then as soon as I joined here in December 22, I asked my officers, how many engineering colleges are offering data science and artificial intelligence? To my surprise, by 2021, one batch of 1,000 colleges offering BTech program in data science and AI graduated. That means we are ahead of IIT in thinking of creating AI engineers. So that means, you see, a lot of thought processes has gone earlier in AICTE to create that such emerging area platforms in 2017 itself. Okay, whether it is cybersecurity, data science, AI. So many of them, you say, no, they are not employable. You see, if you are not employable, why global capability centers, more than 3,000 are coming and hiring our engineers, very large numbers. They are setting up campuses in Gurugram, Delhi, Pune, all even second tier cities. There is enough talent on AI. I even say in a simple word, watch out, in 10 years, AI means all Indian effort. Everywhere, whether it is America or it is Google, Microsoft, everybody is Indian diaspora is working. So it's all Indian effort will be in AI.
Yeah.
But I want to see that day happening. I'm not saying that we are there yet. We have to go there.
We have people like you, we will get there.
We have to go there.
Yes. Sir, but one concern I have is that when you go to tier 2, 3, 4 towns and colleges, it's still not, it's very, like, disparity is very glaring.
See, I'll tell you, very glaring. At the same time, we need to change the narrative. What is that narrative? Oh, our students are no good there, no training, no teachers.
Students are good.
But look at them today. Who are serving ISRO? All these from tier 2, tier 3 colleges only. Who are serving defense? DRDO, atomic energy, or even public digital infrastructure. Is it created by IIT students? IIT student led the team. That is Nandan Nilekani. But people who worked are all from second and third grade engineering colleges. And today I will tell you, faculty in all our IITs, who are those people? If you ask them, if you ask any faculty in IIT, where did you graduate? They will tell you, I did my master's from IIT Madras, PhD from IIT Delhi, postdoc from Harvard. They will never tell you where did they graduate. This narrative needs to be changed. Our engineering colleges have given good education. But is there any scope for change? Yes. I am always for change. Scope for change is phenomenal.
You're one of the most optimist, positive person I have met.
Yeah, see, in the life, you have to be positive.
Yes.
Then only you can do things.
Yes.
If you say, nahi hoega, aap kuch nahi kar sakte.
I can do high five on that. Yes. Yes.
See, we have to be positive. Take that positive mind, inculcate the positive vibrations to our young people. Yeah, you can do anything. That's what today Chenab Bridge or Ram Temple has given us. The idea that we can do anything.
Yes.
So we can actually build a tunnel at 45 meters below the ground, like in Kolkata Metro, in below the river of Hooghly, and we can build a huge bridge in Mumbai. So these are all, these structures are not really the structures. That also gives you a hope that we can do anything.
Yes.
Even landing on the moon. It's only pushing the boundaries of the people who can think, oh, I can reach moon. I can go to moon. See, that concept itself, pushing boundaries is of the mind, is the one which makes that possible. That's why we are seeing the change in India today. Our Gen Z, we need to trust them more and put them into more
And you are saying
job
the
creators.
opportunities are there. An education system
Plenty,
is today
plenty
is no more
opportunity.
the rote learning.
Rote learning, we have changed it, but still we have to change. I'm not saying that we have done the work. We have not yet completed the work, but we have begun in a right direction. Okay, whether it is innovation, startup, entrepreneurship, okay, and we want to make all our young people to take risks. That concept has been brought in already through hackathons, ideathons, problem solving, okay, hands-on doing. So we have brought in through national education policy experiential learning, self-learning, technology-assisted learning. This is a mind-boggling, change what our national education policy has given us an opportunity.
तो हम कह रहे हैं, तो आज आप रिकॉर्ड पे जाकर कह रहे हैं कि रोट लर्निंग जो है वो बदल रहा है.
Should be बदल रहा है, अभी पूरा बदलना भी है. Still we have a lot of work because there are all, see, our country is a very big. We have 1,200 universities, 45,000 colleges. Nook and corner of the country has to be brought in with this concept.
Yeah.
Okay, that will take time. When did we launch national education? July 2020. 5 years abhi khatam hona wala hai. I think 5 years mein phenomenal changes have happened, but we wish we would have been more, like we wish that more money is put into R&D. All wishes are there. But at the same time, what is that we are doing?
Yeah.
That's what is important for the nation. Hamara each one, what are we contributing to the nation?
Yes.
We have to have that goal set right in our young people. आप क्या कर सकते हैं? Don't tell this should have been there, this should have been there. If everything is there, what is that you will do?
Yes.
Deep tech होना चाहिए. What ठीक है? But you have to have an ambition to do something without any of those things.
Which people like you also prove your journey, and I want to.
Not only me, like me, there are thousands.
Yeah. So I to document that only 2 lakh people.
Yes.
I have only.
See, if you look at the most of the leadership in the education, are all almost from a very rural background, from a very, very unknown colleges, okay, and studied in mother tongue. Another beautiful thing is we need to popularize our mother tongues, whether it is Hindi, Tamil, Kannada. We should popularize, because when you think in the mother tongue, your thinking capability will also increase. Your innovation ideas will be fructified much easily in your mind. Otherwise, you will be translating that in the mind, like our friends in Japanese do sometimes. Because I was a teacher in Japan also, so I will tell you, I had a difficulty time for them to teach to those kids because they were always translating. So at least that problem is not there for us. Okay, for higher education, he is already good English-speaking people are there, but we need to also popularize our regional languages. Okay, and that is a lot of effort of AICTE is going in this direction. We say Bhasha is going to be Bhavishya for us. Bhasha ko, we have to strengthen our Bhasha activities.
I guess
that's where textbook writing. Today we have textbooks in 12 different languages at AICTE, loaded freely for everybody. It is in e-kum portal. Okay, 1,000 books already ready. They are all not run-of-the-mill textbooks we just brought and translated. No, they have been outcome-based textbooks developed by best of the best teachers, and it is in 12 different languages, and all of them are free. More than 7 lakh downloads have happened already. So these are the kind of projects we need to bring in to the nation and popularize them, and that's where we are looking for newer projects, newer thoughts, newer ideas our young people can create for the nation.
When did you decide that you will become a scientist, a professor?
No, I never thought about it. Let me tell you, I'm a civil engineer, isn't it? My father told me, become a civil engineer, you will get a job in PWD. I'm not joking. This is the reality. I didn't know Indian
Your father
was
was also an engineer?
No. My father is a village accountant. Very, very poor family. Small town, small village. He was there in the village, and we are 4 siblings, 3 sisters, and myself.
You are the youngest.
I'm the eldest. And my father said, no, you need to go. That's why I said, thanks to the parents of India. They push people to study,
Yes.
educate. Whether it is Delhi, whether it is Gujarat, Jaipur,
Bihar,
Rajasthan,
UP, everywhere.
everywhere. Everywhere people make them. Our Bihar, UP में तो बहुत ज़्यादा है. बच्चे के लिए पढ़ाना है, पढ़ के दिखाना है. Okay, that's where makes India is a unique position.
So then you became a PWD.
No, I didn't become. I finished my engineering. Then immediately I became a teacher in an engineering college.
Where?
That time, Davanagere. It is a town called Davanagere in Karnataka. It's about 300 kilometers from Bangalore. Okay, north of Bangalore. Because that time, 83, engineering colleges started mushrooming. That's the time. When we were studying, there were no many engineering colleges. Very few selected ones. Okay, and when I graduated, first immediately my professor called me and gave me a lecturer position in the neighboring private college. I was there 8 months, and then I went to masters at Indian Institute of Science. That was my dream. I just went there, and then my destiny changed. My professor said, you can register for PhD here, but I said, thank you. I will look for some opportunities abroad. I went to Waterloo, coldest of the coldest, minus 37 degrees for almost 7 months in a year. Hard work, perseverance, made for me a PhD in Waterloo, and then moved to Texas, a completely different weather, southern part of American state. Then 94, Indian Institute of Science offered me a assistant professor job. It was a difficult moment to come back or not to come back. Okay? When they offered me an assistant professor job, I had a job in Shell offered. Either I have to go to Netherlands to my full-time job in petroleum company, or come to Indian Institute of Science to teach. But I chose the second one, but I never repented for it.
How come you decided that?
I thought it is my home institution. I had seen Indian Institute of Science, how it is, and my home is Bangalore. Okay, I thought it's now or never. I came back, but I never looked back. It's all right, because thanks to Indian Institute of Science giving me.
And we are very happy that you came back.
I'm happy,
So
and
many
also
things.
whatever we could do, wherever I am there in a different world, at least here, our people, my sisters, my family, my wife, my daughter, my son are all here together. We are all. That's the family makes the most important thing, and I think I never look back what we have done. But anyway, I am now 64. Okay, I hardly have any left time, so nothing to repent. It's a fantastic thing, fantastic journey. Thanks to Lord Sri Ram. His blessing is all there to Sitharam.
Who named you Sitharam?
My grandfather name is Sitharamaya. Okay, my father named him because in our days, in our olden days, at least calling you, they can remember the God.
Yes.
That's the concept actually, if you did not know. That's how I became Sitharam. Only some spelling mistakes will be there. That is because of our clerks.
Yeah.
But otherwise it is same, SEETHARAM, Sitharam.
Sir, what an honor talking to you.
Same here.
I'm very energized. I'm sure everyone watching is very energized. And like you said, a lot has been done. The lens is a lot has been done, and a lot needs to be done. And we are on the way, and people like you are shaping the way.
Thank you very much. I'll say we have begun the journey, but lots needs to be done.
Yeah.
Okay. But the journey what we have started is in the right direction, right path, but our job is still not fully done. As I told you, our goal is 2035 or 2047 Vikasit Bharat, 2035 for NEP implementation completely. This is not easy job. This is a phenomenal job. And that's where when we put 50% of our students coming out of class 12 to higher education, that you can think about now. Engineers, even with 28% gross enrollment ratio, we have placed engineers across the world, doctors across the world. If you are 50%, imagine now everywhere an Indian engineer or a doctor is omnipresent. In every company, every country, it has to be an Indian engineer or a doctor, or even others.
Yeah.
Computer scientists, designers, like journalists, I think you can make. See, that's why I said that the differences between the streams are also vanishing slowly.
Yeah.
The talent is most important today. The talent, India is becoming a talent capital of the world. And I think that day is not very far away. I think it's a golden opportunity for us to be living at this time.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much. Namaskar.
Thank you.
Really pleasure to be here.